Am I back? Well, I'm thinking I'm back. Nah, I've been gone for a bit. Y'all know boy is born and then had to get back to work. Had to sell a little gold to be there with the boy and a few things we needed, but then had to get back to work, so get a little bit of money, be able to convert it to real money. And it's here month at October, that kind of wife and mine birthday month. We normally do a little something, and I try to get her a little something. And went on our little staycation thing and went by a coin shop, kind of local wise. And she wanted this here. She thought these here lovebirds. And the feller told us they macaws. I said that kind of like lovebirds. They look like they love each other. They even look like it got a little heart in there. Y'all see that? You notice that? It got a little heart. So I guess she right. They love each other and they birds. So these here lovebirds are actually macaws. So that's what she wanted. Of course, the chain one we had, it had a little bitty chain. Figured the boy grab onto it and yank her off her neck. But I don't know, I ain't weighed this one up, so honestly, I probably overpaid for that, and that's about 450. I think he said it's 5 grams, but I don't know how he's weighing, if that's a gold weight, because that's 14 karat, and if he's subtracting these here stones. So I'm just gonna say I bought that as a gift, so I ain't really necessarily counting it part of the stack, but well, it's part of her stack. She wears it around on her necklace, so she likes it, and that's money well spent, way I figure it. But we did get it at a coin shop, or I think it called it a coin and auction house. But a few other things, I'll show y'all what we picked up. So I didn't have a budget for a full ounce, hard to do that. And gold that day was $4,000. But I asked him about a little pre-33. Y'all know I like my pre-33. And way I figure it's fractional as well. So he had, this about all he had. He said a feller bought his Indian. He had some Indians. Feller before me bought it. But got me another $5 Liberty. And it's just the AU, but I calculated up. Basically, he sold it to me as a 1/4 ounce. Of course, y'all know it, 0.24, whatever. Just under a 1/4 ounce. So 1/4 ounce would have been $1,000 spot. And he charged me $1,000. So I figured it up. I think I paid about, I don't know, wound up being about 3.5% over spot. So that's what we got there. We take a look at her. I don't even know, I didn't look too close. Why, it's a AU. You see a little nick on her cheek. They probably, of course, it's PCGS, so I'm gonna say they right. They more right than I am. I don't know anyway, but good thing about it, what I like about graded sometimes is it just verifies it as genuine, even if you ain't looking for high grade or nothing, or something special. What's it, 1879. I'm sure it ain't a key date, or they'd have charged me more, but some of y'all can probably chime in what y'all think. But for 3.5% for basically a quarter ounce fractional gold and something I like, I figure that's pretty good. And then, oh, I forgot, I did get another little piece of gold if I can find it. We're gonna go with the gold first, and then we'll go for the silver. Got a 10th ouncer. Now this one, really I probably come out better on it, because that's a 10th ouncer. And like I said, spot was $4,000. Actually, it's like $4,007. And he charged me $400 for this here 10th ouncer. So you could say I got her under spot, because I did. Of course, now spot done went down, and now it's over spot, right? But when I bought it, it's under spot. So anytime you get gold under spot, I kind of like that. And so that's the gold. We got the gold there. What'd we get? You know, quarter ounce and a little, like, I don't know what you'd say, 3/10 of a little over a third of an ounce or something. We still got a ways to go to get caught back up what we had to sell off, and that's part of why I'm buying gold back, because, well, I want to get a certain amount of ounces, and we had to sell a little bit. So as we got the money, we're gonna buy a little bit. And so plus I figured it went up 4,000, dipped down to 3, or went up 4,500, dipped down to 4,000. That's a good time to buy. Other thing we got here, a little bit of silver. And there's some things, y'all see this here. I'm gonna give a shout out to, well, I don't know what we calling him now, because I guess he started it, and that, well, he called it Poucho. And I guess I'm gonna have to name him, but I got a few little things, but we'll go with this here tube first, and y'all might know what it is. I seen that 97, and well, I was wondering if it really was 97. Not that 97 anything special or nothing like that. Let's see if we can get her open. But actually, funny thing about it, this is one thing, silver I didn't have. And y'all see here, let me not show my face or nothing, but, well, let's just get them out. It's a tube of Eagles. Now, I did pay a little premium, and honestly, if I was a smart man, I probably would have bought something else, a little bit more junk or something. But I ain't never been accused of being a smart man, so here's what I got. But I wanted to have a few Eagles, silver Eagles. I got some gold ones, so I wanted some silver ones. Now this in here, a little bit toned up. She's on the end, kind of like a heel of bread, right? Gets a little crusty. I don't know, it ain't too crusty. I kind of like it. She kind of got a pretty color. I don't know if that'd be milk spot or what in the corner, but they're just Eagles, and I paid 51 an ounce. So spot at the time, it's at 47. That's $4 premium per ounce. That's a little high premium, I reckon you'd say, for just silver. But it is Eagles, and people like them, and they've been higher premium than that, so I figure it might be a good time to buy me a tube of them. So got me a tube of Eagles, And then, so this here's like I said, this here's what I bought the missus for her birthday. And I was buying this for my birthday. They had some of these silver bullets. And you never know when you're going to come across a werewolf or something like that. So I think everybody ought to have them a silver bullet, maybe a wooden stake. I like a stake. We had a few stakes while we were there on the little vacation. Had one of them Wagyu steak. Of course, I couldn't afford a Japanese Wagyu, so we had the Australian one. Cause I look at that Japanese, it's like $200 for 5 ounces. I said, no, buddy, we got the down under Wagyu. But I wanted me one of these silver bullets. He had a whole, I don't know what you'd say, it wasn't a magazine. It's a box of them. Had him a box, I think 10 of them. And these here, you look at them. They 1 ounce. I don't know what that little mark there. What's that little mark? Little hammer or something. I don't know. It's 1 ounce, 999 AG. I always forget AU and AG, but I guess AG is the silver. So I was buying one of these here bullets. I asked him, could I buy just one? I don't need a whole box of them. I mean, I ain't run across many. In fact, no werewolves that I know of. Of course, I working somewhere, they said they had the skinwalkers. I reckon that's the same thing, but I wanted me here a silver bullet, but that's $60. So $14 premium on it. I said, well, I don't need but one. So I gonna buy one. The wife said, I'll buy you one of them bullets. Make it 2. So she bought me 2. Well, I bought me one, she bought me another. And so that's my birthday gift from her. And I don't know how I feel about that. And what y'all think? If your missus buy you a bullet, is there something to it? I mean, I just bought her that, or told her I was gonna buy it, and she bought me this here bullet. I don't know how I should take it, but I took it kindly. I said thank you, cause that's a silver bullet, and I'd buying one anyway, so I try not to read into it. I reckon she ain't gonna shoot me with it. Ain't no powder in it anyhow. That's a solid silver. If it had powder in it, might be worried a bit. Anyway, they 2 of them. One for me, one for her, right? So she better not be planning nothing there, cause that silver bullet, I ain't no werewolf. Anyway, so that's what we got. But one last thing, right? I saved a poucho, and I don't know what we gonna call him. We call him Mr. Hood, because he kind of said that H looked like a H. I know that maybe wouldn't be the right, be hard or something, but looked like a couple of O's. We call him Mr. Hood. So we gonna get Mr. Hood. So this more or less to top off my order. I got me a little bit of silver dimes. Now honestly, what I should have done, I should have bought me junk silver instead of, well, probably instead of these 2 here. And I probably should have bought junk silver instead of that there, because that junk silver kind of on sale right now. You know, as far as paid under spot, the way I figured it, and I'd have to figure it again, but I paid 31 times face, so each dime $3.10. Let me kind of, and at least wise what I heard, about $1.40 is an ounce, so I reckon we can do it like that, right? 31. How we gonna do it? Maybe $33.10, or it would be 31 for an ounce. So we go 31 times $1.40, right? That'd be an ounce. I think that's gonna work out. I come up with $43.40 per ounce, and what I come up with on that. So I just kind of made it even. I had $3,000, and I told him, well, make me change out of them there dimes. And he actually threw in, I guess you'd say, a third of a dime extra, of course, because it would have been, I don't know, like $3.60 something, $3.40 face value, and 40 whatever. He threw in one extra because it's a slick one. I think it's that, but we got a little over $3 of face, and it's just a mixture. We got some mercury, and there was one in here I want to look at. There's one in here. I don't know, she probably clean, but she was a shiny one. Let's see, we probably find her. Of course, there's some, what they call them, Ikes. What's that, President Eisenhower or whoever? I don't know, I don't like the presidents nearly as much as Liberty. At least having here she is, that's that pretty one. I don't know if she's clean, but she's a pretty gal, and I wouldn't say she's you can see she got some wear to her, but she pretty nonetheless, and it looked pretty good actually. I don't know, what y'all think? Probably cleaned, right? Because I don't kind of look flat or something, but and it looked too clean to be natural. Plus you see some of the inner wings, you see some of that color tone, what have you, but then she shined up, so I reckon she probably clean, but I like it, and it's just junk, what they said, junk or constitutional. But like I said, if I was a smart feller, I'd have bought me, I don't know, it's here over $1,000 for a tube of Eagles. I'd have put that in the junk silver. I probably could have got a few dollars. I don't know what we'd get. Over 20 face would be probably $1,000. Let's see, $1,000. If we go by 31, and that's about $32 face, a little over. And if I'd have added a little bit to it, I don't know, I probably could have got $30, $40 face value constitutional, but I didn't. I went for that. I wanted that tuba eagle. I wanted this here bullet, and I wanted some gold. And I watched that live the other night. I ain't been, it's kind of first live I watched in a while. Thousandaires on there with Vegas and Blue Collar, you know, they're what was that? Well, just the other night, so I don't know if done lost my days. Was that Monday? Might have been Monday. Yeah, I reckon it was that Monday Night Medals or something. But yeah, I know he's been into platinum lately, and I didn't watch his video, but I think he did a video on it. And I think he sold off some gold the way I understand it, and converting to platinum a little bit. And he's a smarter feller than I am, better with investing, so he's probably right on it. And I considered it, you know, I still am, but I don't know, I like the gold, and I had a goal to get a certain amount of gold, and I don't know, maybe it make more sense to sell off a little bit now, and then in hopes that platinum went somewhere and they'd get me closer to my goal that way. But I don't know, I'm slow and steady. I don't know if I'm gonna win the race, but I'll at least have a little bit of gold here and there. I'll be kind of like a snail with a little gold on my shell, right? Just kind of going along there. I don't know what I'm doing, trying to latch this here. We gonna put it back on her neck. She like to wear it. I don't know why I'm doing that, but yeah, golden snail. Maybe that's what you can call me, the golden snail. But anyway, what y'all think? Did y'all consider $4,000 gold a dip? It's hard to say it, right? Because that gold went to 4,500. I mean, we ain't been at 4,000 for long, and it just climbed on past her. I don't know if I'd call it a dip. Probably just a correction or pull back, whatever. And it probably, others saying it probably go down more. And in fact, it under 4,000 now. We're about 3,900 and something. So I don't know whether that's a smart deal or not, but I had a opportunity. You know, they talk about opportunity cost. Well, and then they talk about striking while the iron's hot. Well, at least for me, when I buy, I kind of have to get an opportunity. Because generally, when I got money, I'm working a lot. And when I'm not working a lot, I ain't got much money. So I try to do it when I got a little bit of money, a little bit of time. That's my opportunity. So we had the opportunity. I wanted to check out that little coin shop, auction house, what have you. He really didn't have much gold, and that's another thing. I went in one the other day and they didn't even have gold for sale. He said he'd been buying a lot, and of course that's when gold was right around just a little over 4,000. He said he'd been buying a lot. He said he had some in the back, but he didn't really seem like he wanted to sell. So that's something interesting on some of them. Seem like they more into buying and sell it off to the refiner or something. What y'all think? Is that something y'all recognize that it seemed like to you? And this feller here, he didn't have that much gold really. He had a couple 1/4 ounce Solomon Islands, but I didn't like the design there. And then he had some 1 ounce stuff. Of course, maybe that's the thing. Right now I can't afford a 1 ounce. And so I'm looking fractional or pre-33. And so that limits you. And I'm looking for something unique, or maybe this ain't unique, but something I feel like it's a good bargain. And so that just kind of my rambling, kind of some things I noticed. Of course, I ain't been in the coin shop a lot, and we done pulled up and moved to different areas. So what you'd say our local coin shops we was buying from before, Well, we ain't going to them right now, so we in a different location. And so it's kind of experimenting and seeing what's what. But that's what we got. We got a little bit of gold and a little bit more silver. And I did get, of course I had this in here, but we gonna call him Mr. Hood. Maybe he's Robin Hood. I don't know. I hope I'm the one he's given to, not robbing from. I don't know which way it's gonna go, but anyway, that's what we picked up, and I might come up with another little video or something, maybe a little short, but I am working quite a bit, so if y'all don't see me, I'm still alive and kicking and doing more kicking than anything. And so I'll see you when I get to see you. Well, that's the little video. Alright then, bye bye.